from first all the way to 20th. We'll get the green this time by the NT champion, Blake Walsh, and Casey O'Connell leading the field as we go green for our Chariots of Thunder, Wingless A-Main. Casey O'Connell throws into the turns 1 and 2. Walsh getting the drive upon exit. Very busy racetrack at the moment, no matter where you look. Walsh locks it down the bottom, defending from the Q1 of Casey O'Connell. Just 1 lap down, 24 to run. Barton and O'Connell trying to make that high side work. It's then the 47 of Egan in the 4th spot. Definitely busy. But on track at the moment is the Q1 of Casey O'Connell trying to make the high side work.
Yeah, she's a busy racetrack further back in the field, but your front cars really starting to spread themselves out. Casey O'Connell all over the tail end though, not letting Blake Walsh go. Walsh on the low side. Casey O'Connell, as we've seen before, on the top side of the track. Tyson Martin up there as well. They jump up on the top side. Interestingly enough, Casey O'Connell jumps back down the low side, but Tyson Martin holds out the top side through 3 and 4, really just trying to build up that momentum to keep going through. Further back in the field, we've got Blake Scary versus Sam Wren, John Egan in 6th, back to Bailey Heinrich, Max Seeley, John Warren and Zane O'Toole. That's your top 10. 21 laps to go here as Blake Walsh goes back to the low line. Casey O'Connell to the top side. Tyson Martin goes with him. It is all on here. Blake Walsh not running away with this one, Rossi.
Yeah, you can definitely see the field split between high side and low side at the moment, with 2 very differing ends of the track. Scary, Heinrich and Egan, 3 wide as we go red. Unfortunately, in turns 3 and 4, that looks like the Goldoni car upside down. Just 5 laps into this wingless A-Main.
Where the cars in 2nd and 3rd were running.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look at the Extreme Garden Care replay, boys. Daniel's gone from the extreme inside down the back chute, gone through the middle and caught the right rear of Ray Wallace. That's all she wrote very quickly.
Unfortunate.
Great.
We talked about those mind games with the Indian file restart before, and you can see Blake Walsh. He's slowing up the field in a big way here as he gets us back underway with 20 laps left to go. 9-1, the Wingless Sprints, Chariots of Thunder. Blake Walsh leads us through 1 and 2 on the top side of the track, ahead of Casey O'Connell. Tyson Martin in behind them. Sam Wren will have a look underneath on the low side of the track, so your front 3 cars are big contact there between Blake Scary and Tyson Martin, so Martin will drop back a couple of positions there. Unfortunately, with Tyson Martin having such a good run, Blake Walsh, Casey O'Connell stretch out the lead with that little bit of contact further back in the field. Tyson Martin, though, is on the attack. He's trying to make his way back forwards. He's got Blake Scary set in his sights, Rossi.
Yeah, as you say that, we see Heinrich make a move on the low side. Egan goes up high to get a little bit more drive, a little bit more purchase. Heinrich's still hanging tough there. Walsh out in front, 17 laps left to run. We saw Casey O'Connell just briefly really using up the high side all over that turn 1 and 2 wall. 16 laps left to run. Let's go this time by the stripe. Puts Ray Wallace in the NT 11 a lap down. Next up's Will Preston, the go-wide NT 72. Blake Walsh, definitely an expert in managing that lap traffic. You definitely have to manage the risk with a buffer of 1.6 seconds. On screen at the moment, Egan, Jenke and O'Toole, Wiseman and Warren battling it out. A big slider for the 47 of Egan. Left vulnerable to the NT 56 of Cameron Jenke as he tries to clear the cars behind him. Jenke still wants to go to the high side.
So Walsh has managed to put 4 lap cars between himself and that 2nd spot. So we just see a car grab the wall. 4 cars between himself, 1st and 2nd, and 4 laps left to run. This is a huge race.
Just 4 laps left to run, Tegan. Blake Walsh out in front, a nice buffer. In just a matter of laps, he's turned that gap from 1.6 seconds to 2.3. As you said, putting an all-important 4 cars between him and Casey O'Connell, the Queensland champion, in position number 2. 2 laps left to run. O'Toole and Warren engaged in an intense battle. But Blake Walsh, cool, calm and composed as we go wide. The NT champion. Oh, up and the 77 of Kyle Wiseman through turns 1 and 2 with a big rollover. The win was in sight for Blake Walsh, much like last weekend's racing. But ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Kyle Wiseman in the NT77 is out of the car. Last few weekends, we'll check out Extreme Garden Care replay. Just gets into the wall with that right rear, and that then sticks the front end of the car into the wall.
Might see if we can just have a look at that again. Yeah, here it comes from another angle. So yeah, just, oh. It's just a big one. He had the momentum going. And Bailey Heinrich rounding out your top 5 as we go green once again with a green-white checker. Casey O'Connell, as I said, changed up his racing lights, switches down to the bottom side. Oh, and a big one. Big slide job. Casey O'Connell lucky not to make contact there with Blake Walsh. Walsh switches down to the low side, gets on the defensive. Here comes Casey O'Connell with 1 left to run. O'Connell tries to get it done. Walsh holds out the speed on the top side. Walsh down the back straight through turns 3 and 4 on the low side of the track for the final time and picks up the win for tonight's Wingless Sprint A main. A great drive from Blake Walsh. Give it to Casey O'Connell, who really put the heat on.
Hey, Darwin. First one tonight, make some noise for Blake Walsh. Another calculated drive. He was extremely quick in those last 2 laps. So much intensity around that. Casey O'Connell, holy, does he leave nothing on the table?